you will be able.
Ooh, lots of solar plexus activation and shining out for that new forged self.
Yes.
Brilliant.
So
That's
thank
brilliant.
you, Christina. Thank
Thank
you
you
so much,
so
my
much.
sister. I
My
love
absolute joy and pleasure. Sending love to everybody else who's going to be presenting. Yeah, I meant to say that if anybody wanted my slides, feel free to message me and I can send over slides, or I'm happy to connect with anybody as well.
You can send them to me, and when I do the mass on Friday, when I send everything out to the masses, because Charlotte's slides were requested too.
Sure.
So when I send the email out to the masses on Friday,
sure.
I'll include it.
Pooja.
Fantastic. I will do that. All right. Sending love, everybody. Have a great rest of your event. Sending love. Take care.
Thank you, darling. Next up, this woman. Woo! I have no words in the English language. First of all, look at her. Okay, look at the beauty. Look at the beauty. But I have no words in our language to describe what she does, how she does it, other than otherworldly, purely futuristic, and definitely 100% divine. Like she shakes hands with the divine every morning. They are so connected. And look at her stunning yellow necklace and beautiful. Just she's Pooja. I would expect nothing less. So everybody welcome Pooja Shah, one of the other women who literally saved my life. And we're not speaking in, oh my God, we had a conversation that saved my life. No, these women went to war. They went to war for me and for my body to be here today. So thank you, Pooja.
Thank you, Taiwana. I am so honored, so honored. I don't have words. And you yourself are amazing. You are so amazing. I love to go on war for every single person whom I meet, because one of the purpose of my life is to add value to the life of person whom I am meeting in the moment. And with the grace of God, with the blessings of my parents, and with the strength of people around me like you, and the community that we have, I'm here to add a little bit of value to everyone who's joining us today live and later on after the recordings are out. My intention is for every one of us to receive one nugget from each and every speaker that is going to change the life. If not life, then the direction of their life. That's my intention. That's what I was told to do on this summit today. Before I start, Taiwana, I would love to appreciate and, say a bit about you and our journey so far. I truly, truly honor you. I have seen you struggle. I have seen you, have endless nights which you've spent, preparing for summits. I know the time of the day when you text me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I got some sleep. In other words, I know how hard you have worked, and I see you, I hear you, and I really want to appreciate you for that. That makes me so emotional, because for me, this is not work. This is not summit. This is something higher, and I can feel that. And I pause a lot, because what I'm saying is not what I'm saying. I'm saying what I'm told to say. Thank you so much for having me. Means a lot. Means a lot. Oh. I'm going to share something which is something that I have never ever shared before, not on any other platform, not on my social media, not on any other summits. The journey which got me into the work that I am doing right now, which I will introduce you in a little while. I started this journey with my pregnancy. Life was going great. I used to work in hospitals before with gastroenterologist, oncologist, and all sorts of specialties. I used to work in the capacity of a dietitian and a nutritionist because I always wanted to be into preventive medicine. When I was born, I knew I wanted to be doctor or a paramedic because I wanted to save people's life. So I was very clear on that. My parents were clear on that. I was in India, born and raised, educated in India, working in India. What got me into London right now, which is where I am right now, London area, is love. I got married to the love of my life, which got me to London. And life was doing great. We were doing great. We were doing well for ourselves. And on the 5th month of my pregnancy, I was told that maybe it's a good idea to, maybe let this go because you only have 5% chance of a healthy baby. I was shell shocked. I was like, wow, okay. I was out of, like, I had no words. And the experts at the moment thought that I did not quite understand what was going on. The fact was, I did not have any words to say, nothing to share. I spoke to my mom, my parents, people around me, my husband, and everybody had an advice to give me. I was told once again by my guides. I just saw green and I heard, go ahead. That's all I saw. I spoke to my husband about that experience and he said, this is your body, this is your life. You get to choose and I stand by you. Which is even harder when you have a husband like that. It's so hard because then you have to take the decision. I was like, okay, now I don't even have a choice. I just went ahead and that 5% for me was a big number. I took that chance and I am living that 5%. My daughter is 12 in May now, and I'm living that life. So, being a paramedic, coming from all things medical, everything is numbers, I am a person who brings in a little bit of spirituality to that medical perspective. That's what I do. Hello and welcome to this summit today, Rise and Radiance. My name is Pooja Shah. I am based in London and I am a nutritionist by background and energy medicine practitioner with Best Healing Solutions. What I do is muscle testing remotely over the phone with people all around the world, which allows me to work with anybody, any location, any condition, verbal, non-verbal, people who are ill, people who are in bed, our pets. I work with all sorts of people. I don't know what will be thrown at my desk the next minute. Having said that, I just wanted to share a snapshot of what the past month looked like for me. And this is a list of things that I worked in the past month. I'm just going to go through that very quickly. IBS, autoimmune conditions, child refusing to go out of the room, abundance clearing for coach, pre-surgery scan, that was an interesting one. Energy blocks to dysfunctional patterns, this was a relationship issue. Penis in German Shepherd, autistic child not eating, testing for which therapies to take in alternative realms, testing supplements and their dosage, chronic burglary every single year, potty training an 11-year-old autistic child, pain in the joints in the neck. It was like for 20 years. Scoliosis, Crohn's disease in 15-year-old, addiction to porn, healing trauma age 5, postpartum healing, pregnancy and clearing for the unborn child, which is not even born, gallbladder issues in the dog, wandering away, which has been a big issue in autism, varicose veins, dementia, Parkinson's, and woman wanting to start a career at 85. This is a snapshot of what it looks like when I work on somebody, just to share like the work that I do could be used, it's a tool, could be used to test anything and everything. I would also like to share in a brief nutshell and like classify so that people understand what are the things that I actually found was blocking all of the conditions that I just mentioned. We classify them into three main categories. The first is the physical, second is the biological, which is the burden on the immune system, which is viruses and bacteria, and the third is the emotional. What is interesting is person, let's say for example, let's see, best interest high is good to go here, here. Person with, that makes sense, Taiwana. We are talking about solar plexus. So all the issues to do with solar plexus are digestive issues. This person whom I worked with, the digestive issues. What is interesting is it is not just one thing that caused the issue. This person is having issue for 20 years. My job as a practitioner is to find out why is this person not healing? They already have their reports. I loved what Tammy spoke about. They might already have done that scan. They are bringing that to the table for me. They might have a homeopathic, remedies going on. They are doing all the right things. The question is, why am I still not healing? Well, that's the question. We turn it on its head and ask the body. That's what I do. Ask the body, what is blocking somebody's healing? Like Taiwana mentioned, she found on AO scan mold and pesticides. That could be one thing. Is there any other priority? Is what I would ask. We know this is an issue. We would ask if there is any other priority. And this is something that I'm testing using muscle testing. This is field specific testing. And this is done remotely. I don't have any gadgets or tools or technology. I'm using my hands and I'm using the person on the other end of the phone, their voice, their picture, their forms that they have filled out. I'm just testing through the energy because all of that has the energy of the person. And usually what shows up is the number one priority. That could be something which is blocking their healing today. It could be something that started the issue. Usually they are two different things. What started the issue and what's keeping the issues going today are two different things. They might be taking all the right supplements. I would like to know if those supplements are being absorbed and utilized by the body like they should. And we might be surprised to find that there could be emotional blocks to absorption of supplements, and that's what we clear. That brings me to the example of an iron issue with the person that I worked with, and they were iron deficient for probably their whole life. They were in their 60s when we met, and I would like to know, why are they not absorbing the iron like they should? And is it something that they were born with? Is it something that changed down the line? I got a yes when that person lost their mother, is the time when they stopped absorbing iron. That's a block. That's a block. The iron's job is to provide oxygen to each and every cell, and its life, probably that person associated their mom as their life. No life, no oxygen, no iron. No matter how many tablets or supplements or foods we might take, we're not going to absorb that. So these are the kind of energetic blocks that we are talking about. And this is what I look into remotely. What I found out was, is there any other priority in the body? Talking about the iron issues, we found this person had an underlying cataract that needed to be found or revealed. Like we say, what we reveal heals. Why is the body not absorbing the iron? we found out there was an underlying cataract. I would ask them to go and, just see their ophthalmologist and get their eyes checked. Sure enough, they said, you're not there yet, but you're developing something. We might need to see you in 3 months' time. Once we fixed the cataract issue, the iron, started to get absorbed. So this is kind of work that I do. Muscle testing is a limit. It is kind of hard for me to talk about it. It's so much easier to show how it looks like, but this is what we are talking about, like physical issues, biological issues, emotional issues. What is blocking? Usually it is the marriage of each and every issue that is there. We usually categorize the toxins into 4 inhalants, something that we are inhaling. This could be chemicals, fumes, mold, something that we are in contact with. The laundry soap that we use, I usually test people on those. That's the first session that I always go in. Like, is there something in your life today which is reversing you? We do a polarity reversal scan in the first few minutes of every single session, making sure that the meridians are flowing in the right fashion like they should. If they are not, no matter what we do, person doesn't find healing. So no matter whether it's an alternative treatment, chiropractic treatment with myself or a doctor, polarity reversal is the number one thing. So if somebody is not healing, I would invite you to just make sure that your polarity is not reversed. That's the first thing that we check. What reverses my client's polarity is something which they might be eating, which they are sensitive to. Now, I know, again, there are lots of things that we do to find out if we have food sensitivities, and they are all very, very intelligent scans. However, I have still got clients who might be having multiple chemical sensitivities, who might be very sensitive to, like, in terms of digestion and all those stuff. So we particularly tend to look into the foods compared to the symptoms. So the symptom could be, okay, I am having issues with like, say, digestive issues or mold detoxification issues. We test the foods specifically against the symptoms. If I test, let's say for myself, I used to struggle with depression. If I test for wheat in general, I would ask, okay, I'm testing for puja, wheat, I want to be healthy. It should come up strong. It came up strong, but when I tested wheat against inflammation and depression, that was a stressor for my system. And it said, no wheat, please. So this is so specific, and that's where it works. So we usually tend to do that. Another thing that I do with my clients is a cell surface receptor scan. So that is to find out, do we have enough receptors to support, the nutrients that we are taking, the energy that we have to go inside the cells. It's almost like water everywhere, not a single drop to drink. So there might be a lot of iron, a lot of B vitamins, a lot of hormones that we need outside the cells. But if there is something that's blocking those things to go inside, that's an issue. And taking more of the supplements or medications might be not doing us the good that we expect to. So cell surface receptors, once again, those are easy to clear if we find out what is blocking. I have found spiritual attachments stacking onto the cell surface receptors, which would be like creating havoc on someone's hormonal issues. I have found like intentions, an intention to feel safe or an intention to survive. Those are the two most ones which takes precedence over any other intention. But we find intentions, we find time zones, like what time zone is my liver living in right now, and that's what happens. I loved what Christine just said. It was to do with the nervous system. So if the nervous system was stuck in a particular time zone, we need to find out why. And that's what I do using muscle testing. And we find out why. We find out who else was involved. We find out what were the emotions. This is where we are giving and providing the body the information it needs to heal. With my most sensitive clients, I have found, like, say, Lyme disease for 20 years. We are talking about migraines for 20, 25 years, back pain for 25 years. So we're not talking about one off. We are talking about something which is chronic, something which has changed the course of their life. They are not able to do the quality of life that we would normally do. We have found that these are the issues with them. And when we find a certain things, sometimes the nervous system is into that freeze response for 25 years. And if we try to bring that back online in one day, it's going to create more harm than good. I always test what percentage of safety should I go back to today. And sometimes it's as small as 10% or 15%. And that sounds good. I'll take it. It's a big number. I did my pregnancy in 5%. It's a big number. So I'll take it. This is the magic of muscle testing. I'm able to do it with the help of other person who is on the other end of the phone and with their permission. And we find out, okay, what's going on? One of my clients had an accident a couple of years ago with her leg. We found out that was attached, something to do with the dog that she had lost 3 years ago. And the leg would not heal because it's almost like, if I heal this, I don't love my dog. So we find that. I was working on the gallbladder issues of a dog, like I mentioned. What we found was the owner also had the gallbladder issue. And they were holding resentment, which was back in their life 30 years ago. When we clear that, not only do we clear the gallbladder of the owner, but also their furry friends. The same is how we find emotions for people who are on the spectrum or dementia or Parkinson's. We have to really go slow and find out, what do we need to do now? With my own healing journey, with my daughter's healing journey, what I learned was it was 20% of the efforts that I put in brought in 80% of the results. It's like, okay, milk was creating a problem for them. What if we take that out? What percentage of benefit am I going to get from that? Well, I see the polarity is not reversed. I see that everything that you are eating, you'll be able to digest well. That will replenish your gut microbiome. That will help you, make your immune system work in homeostasis. And it should also help you with your, the parasympathetic, sympathetic balance. So we always test. There is no guesswork. And that's what I like the most about this work, because I have equipped myself in the past with lots of modalities trying to find out. I would only read how this modality helps the health, that was my main interest. So I would always read, okay, how can Ho'oponopono help with somebody's health? How can emotion code help? Sedona method, I don't know what all. I've also done Silva method. All of that is great. But with the help of muscle testing, I could even test which modality is best for somebody. And is this going to help? Is it going to help significantly? Yes or no? So these are the kind of things that I would normally test with the help of muscle testing. And I generally work with people who have chronic conditions for over decades and who have, tried everything and it has worked. And I like to work in team, like Tammy does the AO scan, the nervous system people, the chiropractors, the naturopath. I always like to work as a team because everybody brings something to the table. Even doctors, I love working with functional medicine practitioners and doctors. That's what I'm doing currently. Like, they do the labs and eye test and find out, okay, why are they not responding to the treatment? What's blocking? That's my job. Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's too much of supplements, sometimes it's the foods that they are eating on a regular basis. So yeah, this is almost about, there are so many problems, but what do I need to do right now? Just focus on one thing at a time. And that's how our system is used to, is like when we try and listen to the body, it just responds because it is waiting for us to listen. What have been kind of, buried for years and years and years. I also want to bring to this, like while I'm talking about everything which is, the body seeing, so that it's what we reveal, it's healing. I also want to bring, sometimes I find frequencies. I always talk in the realms of frequencies because I do it remotely. When I find frequencies, let's say, for example, an old viral field, at the age of 5, they had a viral issue. It was sitting there and it was blocking body's immune system for 30, 40 years. So the body is probably seeing that viral frequency for the first time in 40 years. That's a lot. This is something we call like the curtain scan. So everything, in case of the gentleman that I spoke about with iron issue, the cataract was an issue and the body never saw it because the cataract was the issue, and that was blocking the healing intelligence from seeing the iron issue. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it's almost like, what are the frequencies that is blocking a person's healing intelligence? And I think that's our expertise at Best Healing Solutions, is we muscle test and find out why somebody's skin issue is not healing, rashes every year. Well, we found out there was a hidden rage around certain issues in the life. Consequently, every April they will have issues. The burglary issue, the same thing. I deserve punishment. There was only one belief that I found. Another gentleman, post surgery, he would refuse to eat. The family would call me saying he does not want to eat. I was like, okay, let's go ahead and test. All I found was the person who had the surgery was in his 70s. He had the back surgery, and he was thinking that I will be dead after the surgery. There is no way I will survive. And he did. So now he's thinking, the belief is, I want to die. We just cleared that belief and he started to eat. And this was within 24 hours. Now, this was a real life example. There are no guarantees. I never do guarantees, but it's all about finding out enough information for healing. If the body has the information, if we reveal what's blocking, the body is able to clear it. It's as simple as that. Yeah, and I love it. Our furry friends, we always find that. I always find that the issue that the person has probably not healed in themselves, or it's buried in them. They might pick up the same furry friend who has the same issues, and they are kind of mirror back and forth. They respond like, what's going on? So that's a reminder. I think that's a good reminder. They are almost like a therapist. And they remind us, oh, okay, this is what you need to heal. Thank you. And I know you all you guys are pretty much awakened based on how much ever I know you guys. And when we see something like this, we just pause everything and we start, okay, where do I need to look? What do I need to do? And that is something that I would like to bring up, because as practitioners, as healers, and this is something we do every week at Best Healing Solutions, is find out every single week, and this is my personal regime too. It's like, where do I need to clear my street? Was I too angry this week? Was I frustrated because of a client, or was I frustrated because of the outcome? Was there something to do with abundance? Am I blocking something somewhere? Is there an energy leak somewhere? This is what I want to do. I like to keep a check on my family members too. They are on my diary on Sundays. So, okay, I got annoyed by my mother-in-law. Now, should I blame her, or should I find out what did this remind me of? Oh, yeah, that reminds me of a teacher who said that I will not be able to do this, that, the other because I did not do my homework. Okay, that's fine. What do I need to know? What am I trying to hide? What do I need to reveal to myself? And sometimes this makes me so tired because this is so old as a wound, and there's so much that I had to learn that just revealing this much can knock me out. I was trying not to do any work on myself this weekend because I know I need energy. I know I need to talk, and I would love to support Taiwana in any ways that I could. But that's what, yeah, that's what happens when we work on ourselves. Taiwana, I know you do a lot of work on yourself, so I can say, because we've spoken about that in our lives and in our past summits and on messages. So, and you are a great reader too. I remember you said to me the other day there was something going on in my heart, and you were right. So, so yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was one thing that I wanted to bring up on this occasion is work on yourself, ladies. I know you do. I know you do, but I'm just standing here as a reminder and as a highlight that if you're doing, that's the right thing to do, because keep your side of the street clear. With everything going on in the world right now, my prayers are with those who needs them the most. But keep your side of the street clear, not allowing that fear to grab us, you know, and not allowing, I shouldn't say not allowing because I don't believe in that. I used to, I don't anymore. Uh, but I would say vibrating at a frequency that resonates with you, and that takes care of everything. So, what blocks us from vibrating at that frequency is trauma. And that's exactly the work that we do. What does my mother in law remind me that I have not healed in myself? It's always the case. And the day I found an answer to that, it changed my relationship with her. And we did not even speak about anything. And that's the kind of work that we are talking about. The same happens with clients. You know, how many times do we have clients on the phone? We are working with them, and oh my God, this is my issue too. I need to work on that. So I'm a big believer of keeping my side of the street clear. And yeah, I think I've covered it, but I had like the solar plexus and the connection that it has with health. We all know it's connected with like the digestive system, the immune system. I think Christine was talking about the fire. When that flame, I'm not a chakra expert. However, I do know, like, I do find every single time when I work on a client or a coach or a healer for their abundance blocks, I have found that flame is off. The crux to clearing the abundance block, the way I do it, is finding out when did that fire go away. Usually, it's the age when the trauma happened. When did the fire go away? What emotions were involved? It could be rage, it could be terror, it could be I am not good enough, I am not supported. These are the emotions that we find. And the solar plexus is also to do with what experiences or yeah, like the life situations and the life experiences, what is it that I was not able to digest? For me, it was my daughter's birth. It still comes up at times. Oh my God, that happened to me. Oh my God, I had to put up with that. Oh my God, how did I do that? Sometimes it shows up in weird ways. But if I was not able to digest it, it will show up as an inflammation issue. It will show up as a SIBO, like we call it small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIFO is a fungal infection. It should show up, it could show up in different shapes and forms. I know there is this person whom I worked with. She's young, had Crohn's disease. The thing that she could not digest was her parents' divorce. That showed up as Crohn's disease. So this is what we are talking about. It is not always what it looks like on the face value. All of that is true. The reports, the biomarkers that they've got, they are all true. They are reflecting the truth. My question is, why did this happen? What started it? Because they were not born with it. What started it? Am I missing anything in the comments? Immediately, who could use your Rosemary? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for, sharing your thoughts. Yeah. Diana, is there anything you would like to share or work on?
You said abundance blocks and my hand immediately went up.
Oh, I'm happy to work on you. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love when you do this, not only for my benefit, because I do receive benefit from it, but it really shows not only the practitioners that are here, but the audience watching on YouTube, the people who are going to continue to watch on YouTube, because people are still watching even the first summit on the YouTube channel. How you work, because when I explain it, I do no justice to you. I really don't. I try to explain it to people and I'm like, she's just amazing. Go see her. Okay. just do it. And I'm
I
like,
know
she
what you
does
mean.
this. Is it spiritual? No. Is it this? And I'm trying to mimic you. I do you no justice. So I love when you demonstrate, because people get to really truly see your magic.
Yeah, I would love it. And I agree with you. It's not just you, it's even me. Even when I talk, I don't think we're doing justice to the work, because like this is like my prayer. I'm not in my office, I'm in my temple. So yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm all in.
Okay.
I just wanted to add, like, also when the solar plexus is blocked, I also find they are very sensitive to other people's energy. And what that means is that their root chakra is blocked, and that's where we absorb most of the trauma. And once again, the way to clear is how I'm going to do it with Diana. Thank you, Diana. And yeah. Oh, and also big vision and no execution. That is also a solar plexus thing.
Wow.
It's not about they are procrastinating. They feel they are, but they are not. It's their solar plexus that's blocked. I would also look solar plexus. They might also have issues with back pain, because that's the lower back, right? So that's where it just fits in the puzzle.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm thinking about a client. That makes a lot of sense.
And when those three, like the root, the sacral, solar, are blocked, you will also find the top three, the heart, throat, and the third, they are also blocked, because as above, so below.
Yeah, I knew that her heart and her throat are blocked. That part I did know. And her third eye, because of her fear.
You know what's interesting is when you clear the solar and the root, if you go back and check the health, energetic health of their heart, throat, that will clear that too.
Wow.
If there was nothing else, then it would clear. Okay.
That is amazing.
Taiwana.
Yes.
Would you just share a little bit about where do you feel most suppressed? And you don't have to share a lot of details. I know you are normally very open and transparent, but I would like, what is the one thing that if we flip the switch would change everything for you?
Abundance.
Yeah, money, I understand that, but what do you think is not working? Is it you're doing the stuff and it's not going the way it should, or is it the response that you're getting? Yeah.
I'm doing the work, I'm putting stuff out there, and I'm not receiving the responses that I'm accustomed to receiving. So I know there's something there. And then I had a payment. I was doing great. I was a month ahead. I was in the best place that I've been in years. And one of my checks went to DC. They wouldn't cancel it for 20 days. And now it's a ripple effect of now I'm a month behind because I've paid out over $1,100 in late fees
No.
just because of one check. So now I'm trying to play catch up, and the red bills are coming in and things like that. And I'm like, no, I was a month ahead. How did why?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that it has to be something within me because the energy starts with me.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
The first
currently,
thing.
that's the current reality.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I really honor and respect that. The first thing that shows up straight away while you say that is self-blame. And I am going to write everything that I'm finding so that I can clear everything at the end. So let me have you say, Taiwana, think about your finances and your abundance, and let me have you say, I want to be healthy.
I want to be healthy.
Okay, there is a reversal in that field. So just bring your fingers together like this. And everybody who is watching us, you can just do the same, chime in with us. Bring your fingers together and put it 2 inches above your navel. Yeah, just 2 inches above your navel, just hold it. Yeah. And everybody can do it for Taiwana. That works. And you can do it for yourself or anybody else you're thinking of. This can work surrogate or just fine. Okay. I want to be healthy. That strengthens your field. Sick. 100% over any blocks to accurate testing, 100% free of any deception in my testing, 100% free of any spiritual interference, obstruction, attack, attachments. There's something there. Okay. 100% free of any non-physically attached fields. There's something there. Okay. Dark energy, that's clear. In this field, there is a lost block, open, incomplete treatments. All of your previous treatments are online to 100% effectiveness. That's testing true. Okay. I would like to just reconnect, even though this is a non-physical issue, I would like to just reconnect your whole field because that helps to communicate better for yourself and for me. Okay, so in this field, let's reconnect all entry points, all cranial sutures, all cranial nerve pairs, all spinal segments, body fluids, body systems, brain areas, organs, glands, tissues, immune pathways, 2 arms of the immune system, drainage pathways, detox pathways. Something in this field is not connected. Okay. Guess what? We're getting solar plexus. Okay. There is more. Yes, I'm going to pull in the vagus nerve specifically to solar plexus. I'm getting your immune system, your nervous system. Something else is not connected. No, something else is contributing to this. Something else is blocked in this field. No. Now, I would like to go back to the spiritual attachment that we were finding initially. So, I also like to explain what I'm doing. So, just a little educational moment here is when I find these spiritual attachments, it's almost like an open door. Why did I attract this in the first place? There has to be an open door. Our job, my job, is to find out what that open door is and then close it. It's almost like having 5,000 doors in our house. We cannot keep an eye on those 5,000 doors. We just need to have one door so that we can keep an eye. This is just an analogy, may not be the exact one, but I like to give a visual. So what's the open door? More than one, more than two, more than three. Okay. All of these are beliefs. Yes. Taiwana, let me have you say, these beliefs started with me.
These beliefs started with me.
No. Okay. Is there is one that started with you. There are two others which started with your lineage. So this is more than one, more than two, more than three. This is 3 generations back. There are two beliefs which started there. When this happens, I also like to check for the priority, like I was talking about. So in your life, what is the priority? The priority is the one with you right now in your lifetime. Okay.
Yes.
Taiwana, as far as you're aware, you were doing your online content producing, doing all your marketing, networking, speaking to people, providing service, and you had
Yes.
clients and the message landed. Is there
Yes.
something that happened where this changed that is testing as your priority?
I changed my entire program after clients did not want to take accountability for their own crap.
Okay.
Essentially, I don't want to blast anyone
Yeah,
or blame anyone because everything begins with me. But there were two clients who refused to take responsibility. And at that point, I decided I was no longer coaching individually unless it was a certain amount. And also clients who did not want to pay me my worth.
Yeah.
One even canceled her card.
Yeah. The blame did not go on clients, it went on to you.
Yes.
That is self-blame. Okay. And that's the priority. That was the first thing that showed up. So I would like to know, what is the belief that we need to find? This is about myself, about others, about the world, about God. That's interesting. I don't feel God's closeness. I don't feel like I can connect to God. So the only thing that I see right now is that somehow made you feel disconnected to the divine. And when I am disconnected to the divine, I cannot connect to people around me. And if I cannot connect to them, I don't know what they're going through. Okay, so what do we need to know in order to clear that? Because that's the priority, that's your open door. What do I need to know? This is a specific person? No, there's a specific emotion that I need to find. Yes. Okay, let's see. Do we have an emotion chart here? Yes. This emotion, it's here, here, here. Taken for granted. Felt taken for granted. Yeah, I said something. Someone else said, I don't agree with you. You know what? I think that's the priority. Let's clear that for us. When somebody says that, let's say, for example, you were telling me that, Pooja, everything that you're finding, I don't agree and I don't believe you. Now, is that really true? I mean, does that even matter? I don't think so. It does not matter because it's not me who is saying this, it's the field that is communicating with me. Why does Taiwana's field communicate with me? Because her nervous system, her body feels safe enough for me to tap in.
Yes.
And if I say that I don't agree with you, that's denial of denial. So in some shape or form, person ABC is not ready to see the truth that I am showing you. Does that mean I am not enough? No.
No.
Does that mean I am not worthy of money? No. Does that mean God doesn't love me? No. That must have happened for two reasons. You are on the right path right now with the help of your ancestors, your own guidance, your own intellectual talent, which you have, and you know that. Rather, your subconscious knows that. So that was one of the reasons. However, we do not carry the baggage from the old experience. And that's what we did because we are human. I do that too. But we are just bringing that to the awareness so that the healing intelligence could clear it for us. And I see that this helps you with your connection with the divine. And that's what happened this morning as well. It's like I don't feel connected to my own divine. So, if we find, is there any other emotion, vow, belief, contract, intention that we need to find? I get a no. Is there any other open door in your lifetime? I get a no. Now, we also found there were beliefs to do with generational, uh, which are generational. Okay. These are right about the abundance themselves. And I'm going to find that for you so that we can clear it.
My GGJ, I call her GGJ, but her name is Jerusha Ann Reevy.
Okay.
And she's my fourth great grandmother, sitting
wow.
over in the chair.
Uh-huh.
She's the one with red hair, Irish, took a vow of poverty and silence to save her life during the Irish famine and left.
That's spot on.
But what was that noise? Wow, confirmation. Wow.
Exactly. We should have not
Talk
been
about
there.
spot on.
We should have not been there because I silenced all my notification and it still went on.
No, I thought it was mine. And
No,
okay,
this
yeah.
was my end. You are right, spot on. Okay. What do we need to clear that vow of poverty? Okay. There is a belief about money. Here, 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 here. It's here. It's here. Here, 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 here. I'm not sure whether I should say this here.
You can say it.
I would be looked down on by fellow churchgoers. That's the belief.
Ah, okay.
This is generational.
Yeah, yeah.
If we test,
what do I need to do?
if we test why, well, why? Okay. There is another belief driving this. Yes. Well, healers should not charge money. We should be doing this for free. It's not good to charge money for the work we do. Well,
Sorry, Gigi, that's not the time we live in, so we're charging.
well, I would say this. I would not charge if somebody can pay my bills. As simple as that.
And that's what I've said that out loud to them, like, hey, we don't live in the time where a house is $2,000 anymore.
Okay.
We live in a very different time. So no, I don't charge some people. I do some work for free. But it's at the point where, yeah, no.
I would
this gets,
yeah, I would say, okay, so I love you enough to correct you. What you are doing is an energy exchange. every single time you do a work for them, it's not free, it's complimentary because they need to put in their energy, their effort, their focus, their time, and their commitment. When I started doing this work, I actually had an agreement of I, Pooja Shah, commit to doing this work and blah, 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 whatever. You can make up your wording, and they sign it. This session is sponsored. You don't never ever say free because this leaves a very, very bad negative impact on our subconscious mind.
Okay.
It's almost like they can't afford, so I have to lower my fees. No. They can't afford, so I have to do it for free. No. I told you recently I was at an annual training in Sarasota where it was a hit and miss for us. And we had Bert Oliva over there, who is our marketing expert, and he said, Pooja, how much did it cost you to become a nutritionist, to get a master's degree in a nutrition? How much did it cost you to become a energy healer or a energy practitioner? So I was like, a lot, right? So your work is not free. You never do free. That's your statement. I never do free. And I also always like to listen to our ancestors, people who
Yes.
are alive as well as the one who have transitioned. I like to listen to them because I think in some shape or form they know better than us, and we are here because of them. So how about we make halfway through? So if I am making, let's say, $1,000, I can tithe 1%, 2%, 10%. I don't know what works for you. Tithing.
Correct. If I make $1,000, then I can tithe
You
5 to
don't
10%.
you don't have to kind of be rigid, but I mean, what if we say that? Because what we heal in us, we also heal in our lineage, and that's why it's called cycle
Yes.
breaker, right? So in order to heal that, we need to love them enough. What we don't love,
Yes.
we can't heal.
Yes.
So does that work?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Gigi, for every $1,000 I make, I will tithe a percentage. I will give back. She says, that's better.
We love you. We love you. Yeah. Yeah. We start somewhere. We start somewhere.
Yes.
That's how it works. That's how it has to be. Because remember that every single time, if you are going to do a reading for me, Taivana, and I know how much it takes from you, how much amount of energy, the amount of rest, the amount of food, the medication, the supplements it takes for you to do a session with somebody, if you put a charge on it, and if I don't pay for that time, you don't value. We don't value things that are free. You pay so that you pay attention. You pay so that you do something about it. And I always say that I have clients who might argue about the prices with us. It is always about, I love it, no skin in the game. That's true. It is always about, last week I was talking about the objection, and somebody asked me, what is the number one objection that you find? I said, the number one objection people give me is money. However, that is not the core of it. The core of it is either they've had something in the past, it did not work for them. Maybe the coach was not invested enough in client. Maybe it was something else. I don't know, but my job is to find out. It's not about money because I know people who do not have electricity, who do not have a house, but they have an iPhone. So iPhone is expensive. I mean, what's the priority, electricity or iPhone? Of course, electricity and the house and the basics, right? So money is never an issue. However, the issue is maybe their self-worth. Do I feel worthy enough? I love your song, Taiwana. I am worthy, I believe I'm worthy. Do I
Yes.
feel, and I usually test my clients, you don't feel worthy enough. Why? At age 5, my mom or my dad or somebody told me, you are not worthy. I
Right.
felt I was not worthy because the second child was born or the third was born, and I felt I was not worthy. So, for how long am I carrying this belief? And I'm living my life with that belief ever
Mm-hmm.
since. And
Mm-hmm.
now it's time for me to choose myself, and I feel I am not worthy enough to invest £1,000 in myself. Well, if it is for my daughter, I might invest five.
Right. Right.
I might invest 10 if it is my dog or my pet, you know.
Right.
So I would say, do I feel worthy enough? And there is no judgment. There is no judgment because, as I said, we are humans and we are having a human experience on this earth. So why am I feeling the way am I feeling, and why did it come? Where did it come from? That's the question we ask. Whether they go ahead with us or not, that's the question we ask. Like I said, my purpose is to add value to people's life, and that's what I always do.
Yes.
And you might see today I don't have a free 15 minutes. I stopped doing it because my charges are my charges. Speaking
As
of,
I stopped the same thing. I did the
right?
same thing. I
Yeah.
stopped doing the free half hour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that doesn't mean I don't do it. I do
No.
have it. But I just do not have time to
People.
display that anymore. I am more than happy to answer the questions that my clients have before they sign up. They have my email address and they have my contact number. I'm more than happy to always just you reach out, answer some questions, clear some doubts. But what I'm coming back to is, do I feel I am worthy? And those 3 clients who said that, they kind of left a dent. And that made me feel like maybe, maybe not, you know. And this is not on a conscious level. On a conscious level, you do feel worthy. This is on a subconscious level. Now, what did that remind me of? Because that is not a event in itself that could make you feel what you're feeling today. It's
Right.
a reminder of something, what we call like a resonating field. This is a
Right.
resonating field.
Mm-hmm.
This, and like when I say I mean how it works is like, where did I not feel worthy in my life?
Right.
And this is hitting me in that part.
Most of my life, with the exception of the past 2 years, um, I never felt worthy of anything, of love, of money, or anything. I was heavily involved in the church. I was married to 2 deacons. I was taught that money is bad. And I've only started knowing and believing in the last 2 years, no, I am worth what I charge. I do put the like you said, the supplements, the 3 days of fasting to do mediumship and only drinking cold pressed juices. They are not cheap to make or to buy.
That's true.
Eating, I now eat probably 90% organic.
Wow, that's
Even my
awesome.
snacks are from an Amish market. They make the pita chips there. They roll out the dough and make them themselves. And the seafood is local. So now that I'm here, even that part of my health has changed. But yes, all of that plays a role in
It does.
my mediumship, my shamanic work. It all, I have to be
Yeah.
at optimum, performance to allow the divines, the great spirits, the earth spirits, the wind spirits, other people's ancestors
Yes.
to talk to me and through me.
I agree.
So I do know that I am worth what I charge and more.
Mm-hmm.
And I do offer, when I speak to people, I tap in and I find out, does this person really want the help, but are in a position where they're desperate? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Yes, they do really, really want it and they need it,
Yes.
but they're in a bad space. So then I will offer my services, but
Sure.
it's after I meet the person.
Yeah.
So I literally, this year when I rebranded
Yeah.
and redeveloped my program, to service professional clients,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And that only launched a month ago.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I always say, how many nights does it take to be an overnight success? So that's the kind of work that you and I do. It's not about what can I find for you in 10 minutes. It's about how many hours did it take me to do it in 10 minutes.
Yes.
And the same goes for you or any other practitioner or healer for that matter. Like how many hours does a surgeon study to do a surgery in 4 to 10 hours? So yeah, I always say that. And I hear you, Taiwana. I hear you. Yeah. So so the question that comes up now is, what am I associating money with? What did I use to associate money with when it was a problem with the two other exes before all this?
Evil.
So what is the nervous system trying to do, trying to protect you right now, if that's evil? The nervous system
Protect me
always,
from evil.
let's
I
separate.
just heard something.
Mhm.
I have to release another guide. There was a guide, a spirit guide that came in when I had that belief system of money being evil and being wealthy meant I was evil. And they're still protecting me from that evil.
If we test, is it okay to separate that emotion from money? I get a no. Okay, there is something blocking. Yes, fear. Okay, fear of punishment.
Mhm.
It's almost like this. So, in an ideal world, money is money, evil is evil.
Mhm.
Going back to where we are right now, it's almost like this. They go together,
Yes.
money and evil.
Yes.
It's like that.
Mhm.
If we separate it, my nervous system does not feel cool about it. Doesn't mean it means I don't feel safe about it. I cannot separate the evil from the money. Why? Because I'm scared of punishment. Okay. How did that help you in some way? Associating evil with money, how did that help you? Did that make you feel supported in some shape or form? Having,
Not at all. I
okay.
didn't like it. I there was something in me that knew it wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I did question it quite a bit, but because of my marriage ties and my father was also a deacon in the church, it was like implanted. I for lack of a better word, that's the vision I'm getting right now. Like it was implanted.
Mm-hmm.
Almost what they're showing me now is like a microchip.
Were you financially independent at that point of time?
There have been times where I was financially independent and doing well.
Mhm.
Yes. And then, oh, wow. I was doing, I was making $3,000 a week during the pandemic. Helping people, elderly people. They were wealthy, but they were elderly who could not get out, get their groceries and run errands for them and take
Mhm.
them to the doctors and things like that. And then I met my ex.
And were they dependent on your finances?
No, he wanted me to depend on him.
Okay.
And so I slowed down what I was doing because it made him feel insecure. All of this is just coming in now. I'm just hearing it now. It made him feel insecure that I was making 6 times what he was making.
And is that why money is evil? Because that broke my relationship?
No, it didn't break. That's not what broke my relationship.
Was it one of the
But
factors, just a
it,
contributing factor?
it's a contributing factor
So if I
that I
make
didn't.
money, I lose relationship or connection.
Yes.
And
Who am I
that's
going to lose once I'm wealthy? That's the question that just popped in my head. Once I am wealthy, because the people that are in my life right now, my circle is so small. It's so small.
Mhm.
And some of them are on this live right now. And I don't want to lose certain people once I am wealthy. There are a couple of people that I know for sure who are going to celebrate me beyond belief. And Auntie Pam said she's coming to the closing of my house. So, because she wants to be the first one to walk in it. So I know I'm not going to lose her or Mama Denise or little sis or soul sister Sonia, but there are other people or Christy and Jeremy. But there are other people that I do love that I don't want to lose.
Yeah. And that's the belief. That's why we are retracting the money.
So what do we need to do to reverse it, even if it means losing them? Because I'm ready to be wealthy.
As we reveal, we heal. Everything we just spoke, we're just bringing it to the consciousness, to the light, for the divine to heal.
Yes.
And everything we are revealing, one piece at a time, one information at a time, we heal. And why I brought up all that is because the belief that showed up, which is standing between you and your abundance, is I am a victim of the money that I make every single time. So how can I be making money and becoming a victim of my own self? I am tired of that.
Right.
Okay. So it's not about making more money. It is also not about losing relationships. It is about why do I see myself as a victim? Well, probably in the past, I was different and I did not know. I knew what I knew and I did not know what I did not know. I could not show myself what only time could have taught.
Right.
Current day, current moment, I am a victor, not a victim.
Exactly.
And it is going to be like that. And who knows
Yes.
if that could bring in more relationships which are valuable, like the community we are
Yes.
talking about.
Yes.
Brings in money, brings in relationships, and brings in laughters and
aligned
yeah,
people.
yeah. So I think was it Jackie? Jackie was talking about it yesterday, maybe, but she
Yes.
was talking about beliefs, and it is
Mhm.
about how do we just show ourselves that money brings in more relationships.
Yes.
I am surrounded, and I also see a picture of you surrounded by picture of everybody else that you would like in your life, along with money. I think probably somewhere a wall is waiting for that picture in your house.
It'll be created tomorrow.
Take time, but I mean, that's what I was shown to do. I'm always surrounded. Because one thing that my heart fears right now, which is your heart, is losing. Um, and I always say, because I left, I spoke about my daughter and my healing journey, and there was a point where I left my thriving career. When I was at the peak, I left it. I stopped going to my job. We sold the business that was doing 5 figures a year. We moved from London to somewhere nice and quiet so that we can survive on one person working, and we both did not have to work. And as much as I love my daughter, the girl, the ambitious woman in me kept saying, what am I doing with my life? Am I just going to be a mama? What do I do with all the gifts that I have? Because if you are a person with a lot of gifts and if you're not doing something, probably you can understand my frustration
Yes.
at that point.
Yes.
At that
Yes.
point. And it almost felt like I was losing a part of myself. And it was my daughter who just, brought me back to my purpose. I was doing a normal life. And she was the medium through which I was reminded, you are not here for this. You are here for what I'm doing right now. So, as much as it felt like I am losing myself, I was actually releasing the parts that did not serve me, and I was rebuilding myself. So, that's how I see you too, Tawana. And this is a realization that I was told to share on this journey today. I was told by my guides because I usually journal experiences like this. I don't journal every day, but experiences like this. And somehow that popped up on my phone today. Look back at your memories. And it popped up. And I was like, okay, I'm supposed to share this. Because, like you, I also follow the marching orders.
Yes, I know.
So, yeah. Is there anything else we need to know? Okay, that's interesting. If I test, I'm 100% over any resistance, I get a no. Why? Okay. Because if I am needy, someone else will have to take care of me. So it's almost like you will do it for me, but who will do it if I don't do it?
Oh, okay, yeah, I accept it. That's, yeah, I don't accept the belief anymore. Let me be clear. I no longer want to resonate on that vibration. I no longer wish to remain there. I wish to believe, and I am choosing to believe that when I call in help, they will help the way I need the help.
That is spot on. That is spot on.
Yeah, she was saying, Mama was going,
Is there any other belief, emotion, intention? Wow, time zone. I gotta know. I am 100% able to, willing to attract and resonate at the frequency of abundance because I don't attract abundance, I am abundance.
I am 100% able to,
Willing to, um, um, attract abundance. I don't know what I said, but
attract and receive abundance. I am abundance.
Absolutely.
I am abundance. I am abundance.
And when I test that statement, I get a yes. I get a yes. Testing for Taiwana. This is 100% true. Yes. Do we have 100% of the physical frequencies? Do we have 100% of the non-physical frequencies? 100% over any spiritual interference, obstruction, attack, attachments? Yes. 100% over any self-blame? Yes. 100% free of any deception in my testing? Okay. West Indies High is good to add this to Taiwana's code. Do you have a code that we did? That's okay.
We did one a long time ago, but
That's okay.
I'll write a new one down.
That's okay. We can just add this information to a new code. No problems there.
Okay.
I can say it right now so that everybody who is watching us can also write the code and they can do it for themselves as well, because like Gary Craig says it, borrowing benefits. So, okay. Taiwana, let me have you say, I want to be over this.
I want to be over this right here, right now. I am choosing to be over this right here, right now, and forever.
Yes. And
I know I'm extra.
And I am over this.
I am over this.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, so the code is EB. I might be also typing it in.
Okay. And by the way, everyone, I've got everything recording and it's going, the chats are being recorded as well. All of this will be released.
Yeah. Okay, so the code is EB
Mm-hmm.
SH
Mm-hmm.
UN
Mm-hmm.
SH
Mm-hmm.
9G
Mm-hmm.
EB
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
C
Mm-hmm.
9G
Mm-hmm.
SH
Mm-hmm.
TH
Mm-hmm.
MF
Mm-hmm.
LF
Mm-hmm.
G50
Mm-hmm.
E
Mm-hmm.
OE
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
C
Mm-hmm.
9G
Mm-hmm.
UN
Mm-hmm.
SH
Mm-hmm.
UN,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just say chakra pattern number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And do that code for more than 1, more than 2, more than 3, more than 4, more than 5 times in a row. More than 1, more than 2, more than 3 times a day. So do it 3 times a day, 5 times each time.
Wonderful. You know it's going on a sticky note on my, I always put, you guys just as, you know, practitioners and we get busy, whenever Pooja gives me a code, I tape it to a sticky note on my laptop so that throughout the day, I look up and I'm reminded to do it. It doesn't go in my journal because my journal comes out and then it goes away. Especially in the beginning as I start to do the codes. Now, after a little while, I don't need to look at the sticky note, but it's always there as a reminder to do it in the beginning. And I hope, first of all, thank you, Pooja.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Because you always take me to that next level of life and vibration, and you always bring so much joy into my energy field.
Oh,
So thank you for your energy. Thank you for the sacrifices that you have made to be here today and to do this. And I love that everybody gets to see the outcome of it, because the joy that's in my heart right now, like I just want to go to the beach and run through the water and scream saying yes, yes, yes.
because the
Oh,
salt
my
water fixes
child
everything.
is so happy.
No.
Huh?
Because salt water fixes everything.
Yes, yes. And so like I just, my inner child is like, it's like she was, I'm given the vision of her being restricted and in a cage, and now she's like free. And
We need to do a victory dance or a song or whatever after the day is finished,
oh,
or
definitely.
because we act as if. And this is something
Yes.
that I always say to my clients is life happens for you. It doesn't happen to you. It happens
No,
for you.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, so what is
Exactly.
this trying to teach me? What am I
Yes.
learning from this? What is the message in it? I know somebody said yesterday, I think it was you, Taibana, is until we listen to the message, we get a kick in the butt.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we better listen. So no matter what we are doing, we better listen. And I know
Mm,
how good of a listener you are, Taiwana. Even in the middle of the summit, you are listening to the messages that you are being shared, either by your spirits or by ancestors. And
yes.
that's the team. That's the team. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are the two thank yous. The thank you got from Denise's iPhone and Pam Sullivan. That's
Yeah.
Mama Denise, and that's
Oh,
Auntie Pam.
I would love to connect
Um,
with you all.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about doing something a little more intimate to bring all of us together
Yeah.
who were on here. Not a huge summit, not 10 out, 12 hours for the day, but just maybe once a month for all of us to just meet and sit with each other for an hour or two and just be that circle of support.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that's the vision I'm being given for
Yeah.
the image
Yeah.
to create is this
Mm-hmm.
cradling hands.
Yeah.
That's what I'm supposed to call it. Okay, thank you. Cradling hands. Okay. Cradling hands, a sisterhood of support. Okay, thank you. Like you said, I'm always listening to them.
Yeah. That is one of the things that I also say is socializing is medicine. I know
Yes.
Taiwana just said like how important the community is, and that is one of the things that is like part of things that I do daily is make sure you have people who can support you, practitioners who can
Yes.
work on me, mentors, guides. That's one.
Yes.
Second is
Yes.
the second circle is your friends, your family, not the ones on the Facebook. I love them because it allows me to connect with people even if they are far off. But I'm talking about somebody who is across the street for you, whom you can
Yes.
call, whom you can talk with
Yes.
anytime, family, friends, neighbors, volunteer work. And the third community is the spiritual community. I don't know
Yes.
what everybody else's belief system are, but I do believe in God and the spiritual realms
Yes.
and everything. I don't like to talk about religion, but spirituality and all that stuff is a different ball game for me, and that's what makes me unique in my field. Is a nutritionist coming from a proper medical or like a hospital background and incorporating
Yes.
the beliefs, the intentions, all that stuff. I thought that was supposed to be only in my journal, but then you incorporate. Anyways, coming back to the point of spiritual is higher self, your God, your divine, no matter what it is for you, having somebody who is above you, and that's your team
Yes.
as well, and that is an important piece of healing. Like we thank you, Taiwana, once again for volunteering and allowing me to do and show and demo the work that I do, is how reconnecting with God was a block to abundance. So we just test and find out what's blocking somebody, and I've always found things which will surprise me every single time, because it's not a
Yes.
set mold like, okay, when this happens, this is a block. No, because everyone's unique, our experiences are unique, our ancestry is unique. So
Yes.
so we test, we find out what is it that I need to do right now, and realize one thing: just because I'm talking about blocks and clearing, never ever go behind your own self thinking that, oh, I have so many blocks. No. And also never think I have to heal all of them at once. No, just tackle the ones which are in front of you right now. Just slow down, calm down a little bit, because when we calm down, guess what? Our nervous systems would calm down too.
Nervous. Yes.
So that's important, especially in the day and age where we might be scrolling miles and miles of reels in 1 hour. We were
Mhm.
never meant to consume that much content in one day, myself
Or
included.
blue light.
Sometimes, yeah, we were never meant to do that. So have something that will remind you of, okay, stop this and go for a walk, or have some water. These are medicines. We don't need to take actual medicines, but like drinking water, speaking with friends, reconnecting with people like Taiwana. I know Anne has been here whole day. So I love
Yes.
that. This is medicine. And
Yes.
ultimately, rising is releasing. Because when our wings are weighed with the trauma, we cannot really fly. Let it loose, let it be light, and that's how we just take a flight.
Oh, I love that. I got chills. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Ooh, Pooja, you are remarkable.
Oh,
You are remarkable.
thank you so
Um,
much. Thank you so much,
and I
Taiwan.
thank you and I honor you so much for all the work that you've done with me
Oh,
and for me. Every time, every time I'm taking to the next level. Every time. Um, you're just such a beautiful soul.
so are
So
you.
radiant.
So are you. Right back at you. I'm so honored to be part of this. I am so grateful and in awe that the amount of sacred space that you hold, not just for me, but all of the speakers that are here in a couple of days, the summit that we are doing. I have no words. You have made me felt like I was in my home. You made me feel home. Right back at you. It just, I have no words, and I am not very good at describing my feelings, but I have no words, because sometimes I try not to describe the feeling, because then the emotion is lost. Words does not do the justice for the amount of gratitude that I have, and the amount of honor that I feel to be part of this amazing summit with the lovely, beautiful people. And I would love to connect with each and every one of you personally. And so I love that what Diana was saying, to create a sacred container for people like everyone who is on here today. And I would love to be part of it. And I would love to support everyone in the journey that they are on in any ways possible. Feel free to reach out to me, Facebook, Instagram. You just find me, Pooja Shah, or just email me, pooja@besthealingsolutions.com. And I'm looking forward to connect with you guys in the perfect divine timing.
I'll work on creating that community this week. And you can either choose to, it's up to you whether you choose to accept the invitation into the community or not. But I really believe, I know, she told me stop saying that. I know that all it's going to do is strengthen all of us in our gifts and in our abilities to be surrounded in each other's beautiful energy. Even if one of us is having an off day, it's okay because we have the others to then, you know, uplift us and be there. So last night, what's funny about this moment is last night, one of the last things I wrote down on the sheet of paper before we closed the summit was create a community. And before I went to bed, and I'm like, about what and with who? Answer received. So thank you.
And it might be strange.
You're muted, honey.
It might be strange, but that was the same thing that I had.
What?
Mhm. We need to create a community so that we can
Yes.
talk to each other when we need to the most.
Yes.
We need to
Yes.
create a community so that we can discuss our business plans going forward.
Yes.
We need to create a
Yes.
community so that we can discuss what marketing material works, what networking events to
Yes.
go, how to help each other, how to connect each other in
Yes.
their own local areas. So there we go. I confirm.
Consider it done.
I
Consider it
confirm.
done.
So,
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Consider it done.
and now I know why you and me are on the summit on the same platform, because there is some resonance there.
There's definitely resonance there.
And I love you for that.
I love you too. I love you too. I told Pooja, you guys, she has to be a part of all the summits. Because she's just that amazing, and
Yeah.
she's one of the first people Mama chose. When I did my first summit, I did formal interviews for each person, and it was a yes or a no for each person during their interview.
Mhm.
And Pooja and I instantly connected.
My God.
Instantly, from the moment we popped up on the screen, instantly Mama said, "Her." And so I just, I don't know why I'm surprised when the divine works in this way, but I'm always surprised when the divine works in this way.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm the only practitioner who feels that way, but
me too.
not surprised, but it just always it never ceases to amaze me
That's it.
when the divine works this way. Like, she heard it last night. I wrote it down last night, and here it is. So if you're on this call and you would like to be part of the community, please put it in the chat so that I do not add you if you do not wish to be part of it. It is optional, it is a choice, but I will be creating it while I'm on the beach, taking time off. Because this is fun for me, that's not work. This lights me up.
And let us know if you
So-
need any help.
I definitely will. I will. Whenever I get stuck, I will reach out. Yes,
For sure.
yes, 100%. We're done with that. So, thank you, Pooja.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Does anyone have any questions for her before we allow her to rest? Because I know that was a lot.
It's okay.
I don't have any questions. I just had beautiful reflections and so many of the things you offered. This is one of the gifts of being in community, is witnessing one another and reflecting the magic that we all are, which is divine source. And it flows through us in our own unique and individual ways. And yet we're all hearing the same thing because we're all experiencing the same thing. We're all saying the same thing, but maybe with a slight personal, flair. And so, foundation, right? Yours is from a space of quote unquote medicine. And I'm going to say that in air quotes because there's a healing energy there, where there's another way from a spiritual perspective. And yet it's all with the same vein, which is to support us all to rise,
Yeah,
to stand in our greatness, to be our most vibrational self, and to recognize that we're human. And I love what you said about, what is this teaching me? What am I learning? I am somebody who does not ask why. And anybody who's in my field, I say, you swipe that word out of your vocabulary, because it creates disempowerment and victimization.
Yes. Yes.
That's true.
So I love what you're bringing, Pooja, which is all about empowerment, stand in your truth. And yes, it's important that we have that feedback loop from others to gather information. So this has been beautiful and
Others
powerful.
that can be trusted, others that are on the same vibration we are or higher.
Yeah.
I always say you keep people around you who have the same belief systems or the same lifestyle or bigger.
That's true.
Because if you keep people around you that have lower beliefs and lower standards and things like that, it's like crabs in a barrel. They'll bring you down. But if I have people around me who are where I want to be, then they help me to reach upwards.
Right.
I'm the one reaching up towards them, not to grab onto them, but to learn from them and to be there. It's like a visual role. It's what the world calls role model. When you keep someone or people around you that are where you want to be. So yes, Auntie said, I love you, Pooja, for what you do. Auntie, I'm already going to connect. I know who you need, Auntie. I'm going to connect you with them. You need the same ones I did.
I would love to connect with you, Pam. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with me. We shall connect soon.
Yes. Auntie, I'm going to connect you.
Thank you so much, Anne, for sharing your thoughts. It means a lot. And thank you, Taiwana, for having me. It's an honor. It's an honor. I always love coming back to you and our beautiful audience. Yeah.
I'm not crying, Mama. I'm happy. She thought I was crying and jumped out of her sleep. Do you want to say hello? You want to show everybody how you match Mama today?
Oh, that's beautiful.
You say hi?
Those are proper Sarasota vibes.
Yes, yes. We both have on beachy dresses. I have shells on my dress.
I love it.
So, and feathers. So I'm all about nature today. And Sarasota vibes.
I love it.
So yes. Thank you so much, Pooja.
I do have one last thing to share with you, Taiwana, and this is personal.
What's that?
But I'm okay to share it here.
Yes.
You have played that song, I Am Worthy, I Believe I'm Worthy, several times. And you might be surprised. My daughter heard that and she found that on YouTube. And she listens to that over and over and over again. Even if she goes to a restaurant, she'll play that song. I don't care what others are listening to. I'm going to listen to this. So I think it's like, I don't know what you call it, but she just connected with you, I would like to say. So, and I wanted you to know that, because for me, it means a lot, because if you taught her something, the least I do is reciprocate. So it means a lot. And she only learns what she wants to learn. So.
Oh my goodness. And this is why I do this work.
Yeah.
Because that is so valuable. Thank you for sharing. Oh my, I'm blown away. I am.
Oh. She loves it. And I love that. And I keep telling her, of course, you're worth it, my darling. So, yeah. So, you're welcome. Thank you, actually. Thank you. for sharing that.
It's one when a grown up tells me that, but for a child I've never met, oh my goodness.
Oh, she connects energetically.
Yes, yes. Well, look at her mother.
Oh,
Your mom. But wow. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you
Oh
for
my
teaching her
goodness.
that, because, we don't know how many subconscious beliefs is that statement or that affirmation is going to tackle for her, and she's 11. And imagine if we would have done that at 11.
Yes. But see, what I love about that song is the whole time she's saying, I speak to myself in kind ways. I no longer allow blah, 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 blah. I do this. So it's not just the I am worthy, I believe I am worthy. She's reprogramming, she's undoing what life and programming has done. And that's why I listened to that song for 8 hours. I had headphones in all day at my sister's house. I had to. 3 televisions on,
Yeah.
a barking cane corso all the time, a crazy sister who doesn't believe in any higher power, and it's a cluttered mess. So I was just like, yeah, my insides were just like, get us out of here. But yeah, oh my goodness, that brings me so much joy.
Oh, so does it to me. I am so grateful, and I think this is what we call legacy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. I always tell people when I'm alive, stop, Lotus, stop. You've had enough treats. Get down.
Oh,
Get down.
oh,
She wants more. I've given her a handful. She's not getting any more right now.
of course.
You made me forget what I was saying.
That's fine.
But I play that on TikTok, on live, and that is the first assignment all of my clients get is you have to listen to that song and tell me what you feel.
That's awesome.
And in fact, I wrote the producer of that song last week and didn't receive a response, but I'm going to share without names the impact it has made in details, not just, a general, because she gets those all the time, I'm sure.
Of course.
But I'm sure if I share details, especially as it pertains to the children, 'cause she's very much about empowering children as well.
That's awesome.
She'll appreciate that.
Oh,
So I'm gonna write her again, but with
Oh.
details. So thank you so much, Pooja.
Thank you.
Well,
thank you.
and we didn't have to fill the time. I filled the time. Not in the way I expected, but hey, the divine works the way it works, right?
Always.
Thank you, my dear. Please
Thank
go
you.
get some rest.
Thank you.
Please go
Thank
rest.
you. Thank you.
Down. So next up, we have one of my new, her blocked move. I was trying to pin you and you moved to the side with the Brady Bunch squares. So Anne is a new soul friend, a new soul sister. And again, she and I connected